A planned snowball fight in Washington Square Park that was supposed to just be having fun during the blizzard turned into a different kind of fight, a controversy over whether it went too far when NYPD officers became the target.
Political reporter Marcia Kramer is here now with more. She's been looking into this story today. Marcia.
Okay, Jay and Jazz. Believe it or not, it's the question rocking the political world. When is a snowball fight just a snowball fight? If you ask the mayor, that's exactly what happened in Washington Square Park yesterday. But the police commissioner, the police union, and even Governor Hochul beg to disagree. We're looking at video of police officers being pelted by snowballs after they responded to multiple 911 calls of disorderly groups in Washington Square Park.
It wasn't a joke. It wasn't a game. It was a vicious attack, an assault on two New York City police officers that landed them in the hospital.
PBA President Patrick Henry visibly upset about what he says was a snowball fight gone bad. Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch said detectives are investigating, saying on social media, quote, "I want to be very clear. The behavior depicted is disgraceful and it is criminal." Video of the event shows many images. At one point, police are driven back to their van by a group throwing snowballs at their back. At another point, a police officer is seen apparently threatening some of the participants with what looks like pepper spray. An unidentified officer with a bullhorn tried to calm the situation.
Go back and do your thing. We just came to make sure there's no trouble. What you're doing is fine.
Patrick Henry says it wasn't fun. It was an assault on cops. The head of the PBA says that the people who were involved in attacking the police officers should be charged criminally with assault on a police officer. I wonder if you agree with that, if those people can be identified.
I don't. From the videos that I've seen, it looks like a snowball fight.
Afterwards, Henry responded to the mayor's remarks, saying, quote, "The mayor's response is a complete failure of leadership." But a former Brooklyn prosecutor tells CBS News New York she doesn't think prosecution is warranted.
I don't think that throwing snowballs at officers is a good thing to do. I would never encourage it. I would never do it myself. However, do I think that we need to haul people off in handcuffs and charge them with misdemeanors and potentially felonies for throwing a snowball? I do not.
Well, I talked to two people today who said they were there. One told me it was a fun event to celebrate a snow day. The other told me that at first it was fun, but she decided to leave when people started picking up big chunks of snow and ice.
You know, Marcia, this is one of those situations where two people can look at the exact same video and have two completely different opinions about what's going on. Are you finding that with the people that you spoke with today?
Well, basically, the people, you know, you have to understand that some people were far away because there were two sides of people on two sides of the park. The police were on one side, and so the people who were on the other side thought everything was fun and games. The people on the other side saw a different version.
But the people right next to the police officers, if you see them there, they're clearly asking you to keep it calm. You saw the video, one guy pulling out what looked like pepper spray. It's obvious they don't want you to do this.
No, they didn't want you to do that. At one point, when the police were driven into the van, they're running down the street as people are following them, pelting them as they go into the van.
We'll see what happens with the investigation.
Yes.
Thank you, Marcia.